Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Offsprings of David Live Coaching School. This is a platform where we teach you the basics of discovering the purpose for which you exist and also to develop the right capacity, adequate capacity to fulfill your destiny. And so I welcome you. Just a few recap of what we did last week. We did talk about how to find your purpose, and how to fulfill your destiny by first of all discovering your niche, discovering what you know you are good at, what actually gives you a selling advantage over others. And so we did talk about first of all that out of the 7 stages or phases of a purpose-driven destiny-bound life, we did cover 4 of them, the basic 4, which has to do with first of all self-awareness or purpose discovery. And then we did talk about the second stage, which is capacity building, or capacity development, as the case may be, or apprenticeship. This is a stage where you actually go through some kinds of training, formal or informal, and probably obtain some, certifications that actually legalized what you do, so that you'll not be out of points, with authority. And then we talked about the third stage, which talked about platform building or location. It's either you build a platform depending on your capacity. It's either you build a platform or you locate an already existing one that will give you what it takes for you to donate your purpose, to donate your destiny, fulfill actually what you were created to be. And so we did talk about the last but never the least, the actual fulfillment of the purpose. Of all, we did emphasize how to find your niche. And we talked about basically through the instrumentality of the talent that you possess, the capacity, that particular gift you have that you can give out to the world. You don't struggle to do it, and you notice that you didn't learn it from anywhere, but you are actually manifesting it, and you have this passion, this attraction towards that particular gift that you possess. And we said that this is the easiest way to find your purpose from the gift that you possess. And so today we are going to really go on and on to emphasize how to actually find your purpose deeply through your gifts that you possessed. And we are going to pick up what we call the random selection technique, which is a very important technique that can easily be used, and it's easy to apply at the cost of trying to discover yourself, trying to know what you are good at, so that you'll be selling out there in the market. Now I want to briefly say there is no course in school that will teach you purpose and destiny. Yes, some psychological sciences go extra mile to shed a little light about destinies and all of that, but they don't take an overwhelming view, what I may call a holistic view of approaching the concept of purpose and the concept of destiny. And so we will do as much as possible to deploy that means in this program. Dr. Miles Monroe of blessed memory said, when purpose is not known, abuse becomes inevitable. Inevitable. And then he also said that the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life without purpose. And Reverend Billy Graham of blessed memory also said, and I quote, that the greatest humanitarian crisis on earth is not hunger, but a mass of humanity going through life without a sense of mission. And I want to submit that you cannot have a mission when you have not yet spotted the purpose for which you live. It is purpose that climax in mission. But before you find the purpose, you need to discover what it is that you are good at. And so we will try as much as possible to use the random selection technique at the course of this episode of Offsprings of David Live Coaching School to help you to find your purpose and to fulfill your destiny. Briefly, number 1, to be able to know what you are good at, just randomly select 5 gifts or 5 talents or ability that you know that you have. Select 5 of them. Just pick out 5 of them. And when you pick out 5, out of that 5 that you picked, select at least 3 that you know that you are very passionate about. You may have 5, but you're not passionate about all the 5. But out of the 5 gifts that you have, you just notice that your 3 seem to be very common to you on a daily basis. So you select those 3 skills. It might be 3 abilities or capacities or potential that you know that you possess. Just pick out 3 that you are passionate about. Now, out of that 3, select 2 that you can donate to the world, that you can use, for services, or you can use to create a product without any form of supervision, or sometimes with little or no supervision from external sources, maybe mentors, you know that you can easily give out this one with excellence, with excellence and with dignity and with efficiency without actually being supervised. Pick out of that three. And then out of these three, or out of these two that you have picked so far, prioritize one, just one that you can deploy freely without attaching any price tag. That is this particular one gift that you know that you possess that you can easily give out in service without attaching a price tag to it. You love doing it. It gives you a sense of fulfillment or a sense of accomplishment when you donate that particular skill in service without attaching a price tag. Whether somebody pays you or not, you discover that you can still be deploying these gifts, payment or no payment, and you are very good at it because that particular gift has a direct connection with your purpose. Anything on it you and so you discover that you'll be left with just one ability or one talent or one gift out of the five that you have randomly selected. You'll be left with one as you streamline, and you discover that this one gives you some sense of fulfillment or satisfaction, and you don't need to attach any price tag to it as you are donating it as a service or a gift to the world. You don't attach price tags. Whether you are paid or you are not paid, you are fulfilled and you are satisfied giving out that particular ability as a service. That has a connection with your ultimate reason for which you existed. And it can actually become a very good niche that will give you a selling advantage or leverage over every other form of services or product you can ever dream about or think of. So I want to cite a very clear case studies. I grew up and I discovered that I had certain abilities. Number one, in the area of music, I play piano, I play different instruments, and I write a lot, I compose. And then I discovered I have ability to speaking grace, ability. And then I also discovered that I'm good at technicalities to some appreciable extent. I do electricals and I'm good at technicalities. And then as I also study myself, I discovered that I have writing skills and I can as well draw. And so, but I can't do all the five at the same time. I need to select, trim it down to maybe 2 or 3 that I can do very best, at my very best. I can donate as my very best as a form of service to anyone, maybe my client or my customer or anyone that is in need of my services. So I discovered that I still keep music over the years. That one comes now. And so when you arrive at that one particular ability or talent or gifts that you can have to give you some kinds of fulfillment, satisfaction, you got to a point that you need to give meaning to it. You need to interpret it. Why? Because with that meaning, you will not have a perspective to that talent or to that ability that you know that you possess. You need to define it. Why do I possess this ability? What's the function of it? What's the use of it? In what field can this particular ability, keeps me in? And that will inform you of the kind of course you read in school. If you are going to the university, the kind of course you study in the university, and then the kind of people you associate with, the kind of institution that you affiliate to based on your ability. Because definitions will help you to rightly appropriate these gifts. So we just take a recap of what we've done, picked about 5 gifts that you have, 5 talents, streamline out of that 5, cut off 4, or cut off, about 2 of them, pick 3 that you are passionate about, and out of that 3, drop 1, pick 2 that that you can actually give out without any form of supervision, and then out of that 2, pick 1 you can donate without attaching a price tag to it, because it gives you some sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, and then define it, add a meaning to it that will give it some orientation, some perspective to it, and then after that that you are set to go. Locate a platform, maybe academic institution or a formal, informal institution that will help you to shape it, to give it some kind of touch of excellence, so that when you are actually using it as a form of service, people will tend to appreciate it. The right course you read in school is informed by the type of gift or the purpose that you have to donate to the world. So you don't read every course. There are people that read one thing, and then they practice something very different from what they study. Sometimes they finished after many years, they discover that they are not even passionate about what they study in school, because they didn't discover themselves before choosing a course of study. So it's very important for you to know what you are good at, your niche, before choosing what you go and study in school. And that will also inform your associations, your affiliations, and your places and locations of frequency. And I believe that you really, take some values out of this teaching today. And we are going to do other episodes, and we will teach about other means of getting to discover your purpose and your fulfilling your destiny in the previous upcoming episode rather.